Welcome back down the line. I'm your host, Juan Roque. Now that you've heard the preview for the Utes and ASU, and of course the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the heroes and zeros, let's get into me putting it on the line this week. And when we're talking about the NFL, specifically, we're talking about Roger Goodell. A lot of issues going on right now. Goodell has been a failure as a commissioner. We have labor strife with the referees. We have issues with the refereeing in the games. Last night, of course, the Monday night game, one of the longest games, if not the longest game, ever played in the history of the NFL. And a lot of it was directly related to the lack of officiating. Roger Goodell has lost sight of the ball. He's unfocused. He's not really concerned with the labor strife with the referees. He's more concerned with the Saints, and he's concerned with Bountygate and whether or not Jonathan Vilma offered $10,000. Now they're having sworn affidavits. They're having all this quote-unquote evidence surfacing after the appeals board has already overturned the suspensions. Goodell, you're a bully. You're a tyrant. You're not doing your job. He needs to be making the NFL better. He needs to be worried about his referees. He needs to be making the quality of the game better. Not worried about who was paying who and taking the word of a coach who was on the record, being recorded, talking about tearing ACLs and giving people concussions. Roger Goodell, in my opinion, is a failure. He has not done the job ever since he's taken over. It's just been one drama after the other with the lockout, now with this Bountygate situation and the way he's handled it. He's a bully. He's a tyrant. You look at all the players he suspended. He's making the game basically a sissy game. He wants it to be, hands across America when it's a violent sport. It's a sport that requires passion. It's a sport that requires intensity. In my opinion, Roger Goodell needs to go. He hasn't shown that he's capable of leading the biggest business in America. That's right. The NFL is billions of dollars. It's the number one sport in the country. It's the highest demanded sport in the country. No one's going to stop watching it. Every year the market gets bigger. They're talking about expanding internationally, and I believe that they got the wrong guy heading the ship. At this point, they got to cut their losses, jettison him, let him go, do whatever you got to do, pay him whatever he wants. But Roger Goodell, in my opinion, is not fit to lead the NFL. He has totally screwed the pooch, and he just needs to go bye-bye. And that's me putting it on the line. We appreciate you tuning in this week, folks. Rhino and I really appreciate it. A shout out to the Viral Marketplace. And, of course, Gangplank here in Chandler, Arizona. Our producers, Jeff Singer and Craig Darling. Much appreciated, guys. You guys do a great job. And, of course, BetTix. Love you guys. You guys do a great job as well. Next week, of course, we're going to be right here again recording this show for you. We hope you enjoyed it. And, of course, join the conversation anytime you want on our Facebook page.